where we are there today, yesterday. Can anyone? So what are the things we
Height
have
and
completed?
width,
Yeah.
there's height and width outlines and link and types, fonts
Mm-hmm.
and display properties
Mm-hmm.
and a flex property,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Okay, so we
flex
were
container and flex
there in the
direction.
flex box only, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, the flex box we can say it's like basically it's a layout model. Okay, it basically it make to easier to easier to design and flexible and responsive layout or structure. Okay, so basically the flex box is designed for one dimensional layout, we can say, meaning it deals with either a row or a column at a time. Okay, so yesterday we have seen that flex container means the parent with the display flex, and flex item in the sense that child elements inside the flex. Okay, so remaining properties we have to see today. Okay, the first thing, the flex container. Flex container. Okay, so the parent element of the parent element with the display flex. Okay, the next thing, this is the flex items. Sorry, flex items. Okay, so here the child elements inside the flex container. Okay, so yesterday we have seen so how to how to use that display flex. Okay, so what is the display flex? So how we can give that particular that that child elements. Okay, so now yesterday we have seen some basic property. The first property we have seen that flex direction, and in the flex direction you can see that row and row reverse and column reverse. Okay, and the next thing we have discussed regarding that justify content. Oh, okay, so here we have seen that align the item horizontal along with the main axis, means here we have seen that that value called flex start, flex end, center, space between, and space around. Okay, so after that, we have seen some regarding that align items also. Okay, the align items. Okay, so basically that align items is vertically along with the cross axis, we can say. Okay, here we have seen that value is called a stretch, flex start, flex end, and center, and one more, it's a baseline. Yeah. Okay, so now we have to see some more advanced or intermediate properties called align cell. Align cell. Okay, the basically the align cell is override the align items property for this specific items. Okay, for the we have some values, the values called auto. Okay, and flex start, flex end, flex center, baseline, stretch. Okay, and one more thing. Okay, what? Okay, auto and so yeah, this is auto. So we can suppose if you want to give the css for the align items. So suppose if we have some the items, for example, you can just imagine we have some items. Okay, so the item is basically the class. Okay, for class we have adding the css, we have to use that dot item. Okay, the dot item, our item is basically class. Okay, so we have to add some the selectors. So selector call like the young child, like that, for example, a child. Okay, you can give any value, either 1 or 2 or 3, depends on the list. Okay, so here we can give that align center, like align items, align cell as a center, for example, align cell as the center. Okay, so So basically we can override the align items property for these specific items. Okay, for example, we can see one thing here. The thing is, for example, what can I explain? Hmm. The thing is, we can open that code editor, VS Code, okay, and yesterday what we have covered that, okay. So we have the container, okay, and in container we have the three divs, okay, item 1, item. So then, so here there is a main container, so we have to give here the item 1, item 2, item 3, okay. So item 2, item 3, okay. So the thing is, first thing we have to create the CSS for the container, okay. So we have already created the container, that display plex is the parent, okay, and that align items as a center, okay. So we can give some height. The height, it's a 200 px, okay, and that border we can set up to the 1 px, and the solid and black we can black, okay. So now what is the bottom, not bottom, border, okay, border. So we can give that item CSS for the items, okay. So here I will give some CSS that property is called width, okay. I will give the around 100 px, okay, and I will give the height as the 50 px, okay, and background color we can we can change that light blue, we can, okay, and we can remove remaining thing. Just we have to see the output we need to go live. So this is our main container with the border, okay. So inside that thing, so we have those 1 2 3, the div 1, div 2, div 3, okay. Suppose if we want to override the container alignment, okay, so I will I will override this item 1. So then I have to give that dot item 1, okay. So align self, I will give the flex start, okay, flex start, and that item 2 dot item 2, I will give the align self I as a flex end, okay. Sorry, flex end, okay. And third thing we can give the dot item 3, okay. So here we can give that align self as a center, okay. So the thing is, we can see the output, yeah, see. So we can override the container alignments using the align self. So this is regarding the align self, we can say the basically the align self override the align item property for the specific item. Here we have like trying for the specific item, okay. Yeah, this is done. And next thing we can we have to see that 1 minute, regarding that flex wrap, the one more property called flex wrap, okay. Basically the flex wrap is whether it control whether item should wrap onto the next line, okay. For example, we can use 1 minute. For example, we can take, so before that we need to know the what are the values are there for the flex wrap, okay. So we have the first one, it's a no wrap, okay. No wrap in the sense it's a by default, okay. It items stay in a single line, okay. The wrap in the sense basically wrap in the sense it's an item wrapped to the next line. Okay, so the wrap reverse. Okay, so here the item wrap to the next line in the reverse order. Okay, so we'll see some example on the flex wrap. Okay, so we have like the container, we can create two more thing. Okay, here I will create okay, I will remove those things, numbering. Okay, so this is a container with no wrap, no wrap. Okay, and this is a container with a wrap. This is container with wrap. I'm giving the CSS or like the class actually. Okay, and here we can see that a wrap hyphen reverse. Okay, so these are the classes. Okay, so we have to give the like the CSS thing. So the main thing, the container is the first class, that no wrap is the second class. Okay, the both are not the same here. Okay, the container is the first class, and that no wrap is the other class. Okay, we see in the container, so container we have the thing is flex, and we can give the width here around 300 px. Okay, and so border we have given, and so we can give some margin. Okay, margin bottom around 20 px. I will remove this one. Okay, and so for the items, so we have given the width is 100 px, and height is 50 px. Background we have given the light blue, and margin the 5 px, and we here we can give the text align center, and line height we can give around 50 px, and we can give the font bold, like font weight, it's a bold we can give. Okay, so now we have to use that flex wrap properties here. So for first thing, so we have took that first class here. Okay, that container. Okay, the second class we have that no wrap. Okay, so we have to give the no wrap here, dot no wrap, sorry, no wrap, no wrap. Okay, so the I will give the flex wrap is the property. Okay, that no wrap, it's a value. Okay, the here we can see that items stay on the single line. Okay, we will see that you can see the items the stay on the single line. Okay, now we can see for the next thing, in the sense it's a wrap dot wrap. Okay, here we can give the flex wrap is the property, and we have to give the value is a wrap. Okay, we can see the second one, we have given the wrap means the item wrap to the next line. Okay, we have here we have set it as the like width as the 300. Okay, so this is regarding the wrap. So now we have to give the reverse wrap, actually wrap reverse. Okay, so the wrap reverse. Okay, so here I will give the flex wrap is the property, and wrap reverse it's a value. See, the same thing but it's the reverse. Got it? So this is regarding the flex wrap. Okay, the next thing, so we have some like the flex basic basis, the place flex basis, we can set the grow and shrink. Basically that grow and shrink I will explain only here. So there is a grow, flex grow, and flex shrink. Okay, so this property allows you to control the size of the flex items. Okay, the flex grow, this grow means, flex grow means the control how much the how much an items can grow the relative to the other. Okay, and the flex shrink, so here we can see the control, like basically that shrink, that flex shrink, the control how much an items can shrink related to the other. Okay, there one more is there, that basis, flex basis. Okay, the flex basis basically is define the initial size of an item before growing. Okay, these are the three things regarding that, like the flex basis and flex grow and flex shrink. Basically these properties allow you to control the size of the flex items. Okay, so we have some, okay, mhm. Okay, so this is a just basic thing regarding the flex box what we seen from the yesterday. So the basically the flex box is the CSS layout module that makes it easier to design flexible and responsive the layout structure. And basically we can say it allows you to align items with horizontal or vertical in the container without using the float and position properties. Okay, so here the flex is the basically the one dimensional layout, meaning it deals with the either row or column at a time. Okay, like you guys are seen in that flex direction, and yeah, flex direction, the row and columns, and row reverse and column reverse. Okay, so this is regarding that flex box. Okay, so now we need to see regarding that position properties. Okay, so did you guys understand that flex box, how it is working, like how it works, and so why we are using, and what is a flex box?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next thing we have to start with the position property. Okay, the basically the position property. Okay, like in CSS we can say it's determine how an element is positioned in the document. Okay, like basically how can means, like basically it allows you to control the elements placement. Okay, like element placement and behavior in the relation to the other element on the page. Okay, and we have some position values. The values called, the first one, it's a static. Okay, the static and relative and what left, or relative and absolute. Okay, and fixed,
Pick.
sorry, absolute, fixed, and sticky, I think. Sticky. Okay, so basically the position, like the CSS positioning, like defines how the element is placed like within the web page, and it basically is allow you to control the layout and alignment of the element properly. Okay, so we have the some basic position types. The thing is static, relative, absolute, fixed, and sticky. Okay, the static in the sense basically a default position method we can say. Okay, here the element with the position static are positioned according to the normal flow of the document. Okay, and the relative in the sense basically the element with the position relative, they are positioned relative to the their normal position in the document flow. Okay, we'll see the example, but other element will not fill with the gap left by the this element when adjusted. Okay, so we can say it's a container for the position, the relative. Okay, and next thing it's a absolute. Okay, the absolute, the position concerning it's a nearest non-static ancestor, we can say. Okay, when you use the element with the position absolute at like it take out from the of the normal document flow. Okay, and fixed in the sense basically that the element with the position fixed property, it remains the same position relative to the viewport even when the page is scrolled. Okay, and the last one, the sticky. The sticky basically we can say it combines the feature of the we can say that suppose if you like if you give the position is the relative and position as the fixed. Okay, the element is treated as a position relative until it reaches the specified like position, like then it becomes position fixed. So this is regarding that sticky. Okay, the thing is we'll see regarding the static position one, first one. Okay, here static position. So basically in CSS we can give the position 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 colon static. Okay, so the every HTML element has a default that position static. Every HTML element has a default thing, position is static. Okay, it means that element is placed in the normal flow of the document. Here you can't use that a top, a left, a top, left, right, and bottom, because of we have that position static. Okay, suppose if you don't specify if you don't specify the position property for the element, it behaves the static only. Okay, for example okay, for example what will give. Okay, so here we'll close this one. Okay, so this is the thing. So here I will create one div. Okay, so here I will create that arm sticky. Okay, this is regarding the sticky not sticky static. Okay, static. Okay, so I will give the style here only, the style position is the static. Okay, and the border we can give some on px solid, and I'll give the black. Okay, so we'll see the output. So here we can see it's like we can't give the top, left, right, bottom because of it like every element, every HTML element has a default positive static. It means that element is placed in the normal flow of the document. Okay, and basically it's the default position of the element. Okay, and basically it does not accept properties the top, left, right, bottom. Okay, this is regarding the static positioning. Okay, next thing we have to see regarding that relative positioning. Okay, what is mean by relative? There it is. Okay, static, next thing is the relative. Okay, the relative positioning basically, so we can give that in CSS position with relative. Okay, so with the position colon relative, the element is position relative to the normal position in the flow. Okay, but here we can give that top and left and right and bottom to adjust the element position. Okay, so using that relative, when you want to adjust, like when you want to adjust the element slightly without disrupting that other elements, so then like we can, like it's a relative is the best part. Okay, for other thing, basically you can move it using the top, left, right, like bottom. Okay, so we can do one example for this thing. Okay, so this is the second thing. Okay, I'll create, this is a relative. Okay, so here the position I will give that relative. Okay, so you can see in the output, sorry, the output we have to give some margin, otherwise we will get break that. Okay, the yeah, this is the second one, it's a relative. Okay, so here we can give some like that like here we are able to give the top, left, bottom and right side. Okay, so for example I will give the top as a 20 px. Okay, and the left as the, can give some example 30 px. Okay, so here like here we are given the top is a 20 px. 1 minute, we'll inspect and check once. Here you can see, 1 minute, where it is, yeah, you can see in the CSS top 20 px, left and left 30 px. Okay, so the thing is difference between that static and relative. Basically in the static we cannot give that we cannot use the top, left, right, bottom, but in relative we can use that right, left, top, bottom. Okay, so this is regarding the relative. Okay, the next thing we have to see regarding that absolute. Okay, absolute. Okay, so basically we can give that well, like for the property plus property with position, property with absolute. Okay, so basically that this position an element related to the nearest position of the ancestor means, and like the ancestor with that position relative, absolute or fixed. Okay, if no position ancestor exists, okay, ancestor in the sense it's a near like nearby element we can say. Okay, suppose if no position ancestor exists, then it position to the element related to the an HTML element, means it's the entire page. Okay, for thing is, suppose the absolute position is the, like it's remove the element from the document flow. Okay, and place it the relative to the nearest ancestor with the position context. Okay, we'll do example for this thing, we'll understand better. Where it is, okay, absolute. Okay, so we can give the div. Okay, so inside div we can give one more div. Okay, here I will add that I am absolute. Okay, so here we will give the style. Okay, so but the parent we have to give at that position is the relative for the ancestor. Okay, here we can give that position is the relative. Okay, and here I will give the border 1 px, solid black. Okay, so this thing, and here we have to give that our absolute values, style, and here we can give that position absolute. Okay, so here I will give the top as the 10px and left is the 20px. Okay, so I will give one more property called background, so I can set background as the yellow. Okay, you can see in the output. 1 minute. So I need to commit this one because we have given 2 times of the relative. So why it's taking like this? 1 minute. Okay, we have to give some border for this thing, border 1px solid black. Okay, and we can give some width around 200px, height around 100px. Okay, yeah, so this is the parent thing as the relative. Okay, and the inside we have that absolute. Okay, the thing is that absolute basically the element related to the nearest position ancestor. What is our nearest position? This one, relative. Okay, so if the position ancestor like if no position ancestor exists, then it position the element or relative to the html element in the sense is entire page. Okay, for scenario like use the absolute when you need to place an element inside the container. So then you can use that absolute. For example, real-time example, I will give one example regarding the tooltip. Tooltip is the component. Okay, tooltip. Using the tooltip, like for the creating the tooltip, we can use that position absolute. So upcoming you can see. Okay, and the third thing regarding that, like one, two, three, fourth thing regarding the fixed position. Okay, the fixed position in the sense 1 minute. The fixed position in the sense 1 minute, I will write the thing. Okay, the fixed position an element related to the viewport. Okay, the viewport in the sense the visible part of the browser window. Okay, and here the element does not move when you scroll the page. Okay, for example, I will add here in this thing. Okay, so here I will create one div. Okay, here I will add am fixed. The am fixed. Okay, here I will add style. I will add the position is equal to fixed. Okay, and here I will give the top as a 10px and the right is the 10px and background I will give some light green, light blue. Okay, so if you want to give the padding, then you can give the padding also. Padding around 10px we can give 10px. Okay, so we'll see in the output. Okay, you can see, so this is a fixed only. Okay, we'll give some for you can see some example. So for the absolute I will create the Lauren something 100. Okay, I'm giving the 2 minute thing. Okay, so I am scrolling here. Okay, but you can see that I am fixed, it's not moving actually, because of it's a fixed position, the position and element related to the viewport. Basically this element does not move when when you scroll page. Okay, and then last thing regarding that sticky, the basically the sticky the sticky is the mix of the relative and mix fixed. Okay, we can say that mix with relative plus fixed. Okay, the element acts like a relative until reaches a specific scroll point. Okay, then it becomes a fixed. Okay, and you need to specify the top and left and or similar properties for the sticky effect to work. Okay, so this is regarding the position properties, like static, relative, absolute, and fixed and sticky. Okay, and that like a static in the sense it's a default and no special positioning, and the relative in the sense is a move, we can move the element related to the normal position. The absolute in the sense that remove the element from the normal flow, and position it related to the parents. Okay, fixed in the sense the position is the element related to the viewport, and sticky is basically combined with the relative and position. Okay, there is one more thing, it's not part of the not part of that position relative, but we have something, the key, like there is a keyword we can say, that z index. Okay, so we can control the stacking order of the element using the z index. Okay, the element with element with the higher index value appears on the above other. Okay, the above other in the sense, suppose we have some one element. Okay, suppose, for example, yeah, so here see, I will okay, I will do one thing here. So I will give some margin right around 500 px, sorry, 400 px. Okay, 300 px. Okay, and a top around margin top around, I'll give around top 100 px. Okay, so here you can see that our the I am fixed is the above of the that absolute. Okay, now here we need that that yellow part, we need the above one, like the top of the layer. Okay, for example, we'll do here, where it is, the CS, where it's gone. Hmm. Okay, we'll erase this one. Hmm. And what is it, the element style? Okay, hmm. For sticky, like for the fixed okay. Okay, so now you guys are see, 1 minute, the lorem 20. Okay, so now we need to see the yellow part is the top layer, and the I am fixed with the second layer. For that thing we have to use the z index part. Okay, so how means, see, so the style we have given that position is the absolute and top 10 px, and left 20 px, background is the yellow. Okay, so here we can give that property called z index around 1. We can see that That yellow part is the top layer, and that fixed part is the second layer. Okay, this is regarding that z index. Okay, yeah, this is regarding the main thing. But the practical use is that relative, absolute, fixed, and stick is very important, and difference is also very like very important in your upcoming interviews. Okay, so apart from that thing, that position is done. Okay, so the thing is, what left? We need to know regarding that CSS units actually. Okay, so we'll express CS. Are you guys understand regarding that position properties, how it works like that? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about others? Am I audible? Others?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the basically the CSS units, here we can define the size of the element, spacing, and layout properties. The thing is like, for the understanding the CSS units, it's a crucial for the creating the responsiveness and the visual appealing design. And let's like we can see in the remaining thing that we have some things like the common absolute units. Okay, we have some fixed value. Okay, but they do not change based on the screen size or devices. Okay, the first value is the px. Okay, the px in the sense it's a pixel. Okay, pixel in the sense it's a fixed size. It's commonly used for the screens. Pixel. Pixels. Okay, and next thing it's a centimeter. Okay, basically centimeters also is a fixed size and used for the print. Okay, and next thing is a millimeter. Okay, here also we can see it's a fixed size but used for the print. The same thing for inches and the point and the piece, like pix, like. Okay, the thing is, 1 point, like 1 point is equal to, we can say, 1 minute, 1 point. 1 point is equal to yeah, so the thing is 1 point is equal to 1 by 72 inches. Okay, basically we can use for the typography first this point, and this one is a because that one because is PC is equal to 12 points. Okay, this is also used for the typography. Okay, so these are regarding the absolute units. Okay, the absolute units in the sense the absolute unit have the fixed value, they do not change based on the screen size. Okay, the next thing it's a relative value. Okay, so first thing we have seen the absolute, and next thing we have to see regarding that relative. Okay, the relative units are flexible. Okay, and they adapt to the parent elements or viewport size. Okay, the first thing we have the em in the sense like em basically it's relative to the font size of the parent element. Okay, and next thing it's a rem. Okay, the rem in the sense it's related to the font size of the root element. Okay, and third thing the percentage. Okay, the percentage in the sense the relative to the size of the parent element. Okay, we have some viewport width and viewport height. Viewport width in the sense vw, and viewport height means vh. Okay, the one vh is vw equal to 1 vw equal to, it's a 1% of the viewport width, 1% of the viewport width. Okay, and 1 vh is equal to 1% of the viewport height. Okay, 1% of the viewport height. okay. And vmin, the we have one more value, the vmin. The vmin, in the sense we can say it is smaller of the vh or like vw, okay. And we have some one more value, that vmax, okay. So here we can say it's larger of the vw or vh, okay. So for scenario, using that rem for the font size, ensure that consistent scaling across the apps for the rem. And for instance, if the root font size is adjusted for the accessibility, all the elements using the rem will scale proportionally, we can say, okay. So apart from the relative units, so we have some other units, the flexible box model units, okay. Like we can say that, like max width margin, like that, okay. And after that we have some advanced units called calci and clamp, okay. So we can calculate the css values. And we have some custom properties and units. The custom properties are units using, 1 minute, custom properties are units like, we can use that root like this, okay. Custom in the sense we can use, like suppose main spacing 16 px, okay. So this is regarding the custom properties and units, okay. So this is regarding, we can say, that css units, okay. And after that, what left, so we need to know, what left, yeah, animation kind of thing is left basically. So the thing is, in css animation, like basically, we can say the it allows you to like allows the element to move and change the size and fade and rotate the smoothly over time using the keyframe, okay. So in the animation, so the main keyword, we can say it's a keyframe animation. So the main keyword, that the key properties of the animation is the key frame. We can use that at the rate and key frame, okay. So basically the key frames is the define the animation steps, okay. So for the understanding that, so we have some more properties, okay, apart from the keyframes. So we have some, the animation name, animation duration, animation timing function, animation delay, and animation iteration count, okay. So we'll do one thing, we'll do for code for the animation, the basic thing. I will remove this one. Div, okay. So just we can give the class as a blocks, like class as a box, okay. So we can create a box, okay. The class is the name is the box, okay, okay. So we can give the class for, like we can give the css for this box, okay. The width is 100 px, and the height is the 100 px, and background color we can set around this one, and animation change color, like we can give the animation, like animation, we can give that animation, okay. We can give the animation name, okay. We can change color, okay. So the animation duration is a 3 second, okay. So for the animation purpose, so we have to use the keyword called the at the rate keyframes. The keyframes, so we have to give that name, like the animation name, the change color here we have given, that change color we have to give here. Okay, so here I will give for the 0%. For the 0% we can give the background is the color, background color is the red, like orange we can give orange. Okay, and for the 50% animation, the background color we can give some the blue, and after that the 100% the background color we can give which is the core. Okay, yeah, with this one. So we'll see in the output. Yeah, minute. Are you guys able to see that animation? The first is the red, and second it's that the color name is blue, and third is the cat use, I think. So this is regarding the basic animation part. Okay, suppose for understanding the timing function, so we have some linear, easy in, easy out, and easy in out. Okay, and we have some like the multiple animations. Okay, so you guys are need to focus on, like you need to explore the remaining things. Okay, and apart from that thing, so what left, I think.
The transition property.
Okay, in the animation, no. Sorry,
Uh,
am I?
transition duration, transition delay.
Yeah, like you guys are need to focus, like explore remaining things on the animation kind of things. It's not important that much, but you guys are need to practice. Okay, for that thing remaining, I'll kept it you only. And apart from that thing, so we'll create a small just one like header, and just one page we have to create. For example, till now almost completed regarding that CSS. Just we have to create one normal kind of website we can say. Okay, this index we can give that web dot html. Okay, here I will give the html content. Okay, so here I will give the title as the clean code. Okay, and in the body, so we can give the header. Sorry, what happened? Okay, in body, in body. Okay, give the header. Okay, so header is the main component, like the semantic component. The class we can give as a header. Okay, and inside that thing, so we have to give the logo. Okay, left part of the logo. Okay, for that thing we have to give one more div. Okay, so in that div, so we have to give the one for the logo, and this is logo we can give that like clean code. Okay, and one more regarding that uh, home event, like contact regarding that thing. Now here we can give that ul, and here we can give li into 4. Okay, the first thing I will give the home, second thing it's a I will give the about. Okay, third thing I will give okay, events, and fourth thing I will give that register. Okay, so these are the main thing. So after the header we have to give the class as the container. Okay, for clean code also we have to give the class name is the logo, and the class name here I can give the nav bar, and the class name should be the like meaningful. Okay, so here the header part, in the sense we are creating the header, so for that thing I'm giving the header. Okay, suppose here like this is a main container, like we can container, like just imagine this is a container, just kept as a container only, it's a meaningful sense like classes. Okay, here I'm trying to give that like the logo, like this clean code is the logo. For example, I will show the thing here, which website, Amazon I will open. Okay, this left side there is a logo, so for that thing I have given that clean code. Okay, for the class we have, like, yeah, I have given that logo. Okay, and you guys need to practice that meaningful class names. Okay, and after that we have the now. Okay, so this is kind of the now thing, that this is name and return, like these are the things we can set some now. Okay, so for that thing I have given, okay, here the now. Okay, so we have given that unordered list. Okay, here I will give the now links, now links. Okay, so here I will give instead of home I will give that anchor tag. Here I will give the slash, and here I will update that home. Okay, about the anchor tag slash. Okay, this one slash. Okay, okay, so we need to see our output, what we are getting, what is happening here. Oh, we need to use this one, web. We have to copy the path and I have to paste here. Okay, so we got the logo and these are the nav. Okay, and we need some content on the center of the page. Okay, here, like here they are given some images. Okay, am I audible? Okay, so we have to give some content. Okay, so here we are able to see that images kind of things. Okay, so instead of image we can give some like content, like text kind of thing. Okay, so for that thing we have to create one section. Okay, here after the header. Okay, after the header we can create one section. Okay, inside section we can create one a div. Okay, div. Okay, and the div. Okay, inside the div we have to add the text kind of things. So first thing I will add that h1. Okay, I will give that h1 lorem around lorem it's 5. Okay, and next thing p kind of thing, that lorem around create lorem around 15. And the third thing, it's an anchor tag we can use for the register purpose. So here I will use that slash, and here I can use that register. Okay, so the thing is here I will create one class, it's a button. Okay, for this div I will create one class as the content. I can give the hero content. Okay, for section I will give that hero class here. Okay, so now we have to see the output here. Hmm. Okay, so what? Yeah, so we got the text here. So now we need to apply the CSS. Okay, the first thing I will apply the CSS for the universal. Okay, the universal in the sense I will create this one link. Sorry, not this link. I will use this style.css. The first thing we have to give the universal reset. The universal reset in the sense, so we don't need extra margin, means we need to set by default to the 0, and padding we need to by default make it as a 0, and next thing box sizing we can set as the uh, border box. Okay, and so now we have to give the styling for the body purpose. Okay, so this body. Okay, so we have to give that body. Okay, so we have to use some proper font family. Okay, the font family I will use that Arial something regarding that, and I will use that line height should be the 1.6 for the all, and background color I will use background color, for example I can use, we can use the gray. For the gray in the hex color we can set as the f4 f4 f4. Okay, f4 f4 f4, yeah. Okay, now the background color has set. Okay, so now we need to give the styling for the header. Okay, the header, the class name is the header. Okay, dot. Okay, here I can give the background color is the, I can set to the RGBA. I can set as the 0. We can set as the 0. I can set as the 0. We can give that alpha. It's a for example, we can give the floor. Let's see. No, we need some 8 thing. Okay, so we'll give some padding. It's a 1 rem, and we can set the 0. Okay, so the header part is done. So now we have to give the style for the container. Okay, the container dot container, here we can give the display flex. Okay, and justify content we can display flex in the sense 1818 display flex. Okay, now display flex in the sense that yeah, that clean code and that nav items are adjacent. Okay, now here we have to give the justify content as the space between. Okay, and align item we can set as the center. Okay, and we have to give that max width around 1200 px, and margin we can set 0 and 2. Okay, and padding we can give around 0 and 2 rem. Okay, so the clean code is the left side and the nav things are the right side. Okay, so now we need to give the CSS for this logo. Okay, what is our CSS name for the logo? It's a logo. Okay, now here I will give that logo. Okay, so I will give that font size is a 1 point around 5 1.5 1.8 rem I will give, it's better for and color I will give that height. Okay, and font weight I will give the bold. Font weight I will give the bold. Okay, so now okay, now yeah, now green code is visible. Okay, so now I have to give the like CSS for the nav bar. This dot nav bar. The nav bar I have to give the display flex first. Display flex. Okay, so let's see. Okay, display flex given. So now I have to set the I have to add a CSS for that links. This nav links. Okay, we'll take and okay, so the links is again like we don't need these things actually, these bullet points. Okay, for that thing we can use that list style as a none. Okay, and we can give the display flex. Okay, so here we can give that gap around 1.5 rem. We can give and check. Yeah, so yeah, it's proper adjusted. Okay, so here I will give some CSS kind of thing for the li and anchor tag. Okay, dot nav link and li and a. Okay, so here the text decoration is the none, we don't need any decorations. Okay, and I need to add the color white as a color as a white. Okay, and I need to use that font size as the 1 rem. Okay, and the font weight I will use that bold. Font weight is the bold. Okay, and the transition we can use the transition around color around 0.2 or 3 seconds. I can use 3 seconds is a better thing. We'll see the yeah, so now we are able to see the proper nav items and logo. Okay, so now we have to see that suppose the person is hover on the items, so then we can show something, like we can show some other thing. Okay, when the person this thing the hover okay, so then I will color set as the blue kind of thing. I will set blue. Okay, so then we can go for this section mean the class is hero. Okay, that hero I will give hero. Okay, here we can give that height as the 100 vh and background we can give some linear gradient, so we have some linear gradient. Okay, give the to bottom. So this is advanced thing, so just I'm giving for my perspective the RGBA I will give the RGBA 00. Okay, yeah, that 0.7, yeah, 0.7. Okay, the same thing I will give the 2 times. What happened? So we'll give 2 times. Okay, so then after that, so we can give some URL kind of thing, URL. Okay, so here we can give the URL image. You can give this the copy. Copy. Okay, I can give here the email address. So the next thing we can give the background. Okay, where it is. The background size we can give some cover. Okay, and the background position. Background position we can give the center, and the display flex we can give flex, and align items at the center, and that justify content at the center, and text align. Sorry, the text align at the center, and color we can set as the white. Okay, so this is kind of the hero. So then we have to give that CSS for the hero content. So we'll see the output first thing. Yeah, so now we are now it's a proper size. Just we need to give that CSS for hero content. So dot hero content we can set the max width around 600 px. Okay, so then inside the hero we have the h1 p1 h1 p and a. Okay, so the thing is hero and h1. So we can give the font size is the font size, it's a 2.5 rem and margin bottom 1 rem. Okay, the same thing I have to give for h1 is done, and the p I have to give 2.5 instead of 2.5. I will give the 1.2, and 2 point I will give the bottom. Okay, and last thing the left is that button btn. Okay, so this class the registered kind of thing. Okay, so here the dot. Okay, so button, so here we don't need the text decoration. Okay, none. Okay, so color I need the white. Okay, the background color we can give that blue kind of thing, but not exact blue. So we can give some okay, and the border like padding we will give that 0.8 rem and 1.5 rem. Okay, and border radius is the 5 px. Okay, and font weight is the bold, and transition we can set the background color transition. Something went wrong. Transition the background color. Why it's not going? Somewhere I given the transition where. Okay, I will give the background color the 0.3 second. Okay, and the one more thing I have to add for the button purpose. Suppose if the button trying to hover on the button, then we can use this one, the background Background color is, let the blue. Okay, we'll see output. Padding is not working. Why? Padding we have given uh, button text decoration none, color white is done, color white is done. Padding 0.8 rem and 1.5 rem. Okay, that border radius 5 px. Why padding is not working? Why the padding is not working? Do I need to use instead of rem as the px 80 px like that? This is also not working. Why? Something went wrong. Here only I will add those things. Okay, padding I will give around 0.8 rem. Okay, and 1.5 rem. Okay, 10 px. Yeah, 10 px is better thing. Padding 10 px. Okay, so this is the sample site for the practice purpose. Okay, why it's not here? It's working for, why it's not working for this thing? Button over and need. Okay, so this is regarding the normal site, the basic thing using the HTML and CSS. Okay, we haven't used any advanced feature in this thing. Okay, so this is regarding the CSS till now. So if anything left, so please inform me. Okay, did you guys understand this till now, CSS, regarding the CSS?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What about others?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I will give some designs. Okay, you guys are need to practice those things. Okay, and did you guys solve those oops assignments all? It's very important actually.
Trying, sir.
Okay, do you have any doubts on CSS entire? You can take entire part
No,
of the
sir.
CSS, and do you have any doubts on the things?
No, sir.
What about Priyanka?
No, sir.
Okay, can I ask some questions? The basic thing.
No, sir.
Okay, the thing is, mm, what is the CSS? Can anyone try to answer?
It's a cascading style sheet and it is used to give a styling and coloring to the web pages.
Okay, what about others? Yuvraj, Preetham, and Kaustubh, you guys are need to answer. Am I audible now? Kaustubh, Preetham, and Yuvraj. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can anyone try to explain what is CSS?
This is cast cutting style sheet, basically used for coloring fonts.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, do you know, guys, what is the selectors? why we are using like how like types of the selectors. So what's the main thing?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Mainly five types of selectors like simple selector and combinator and pseudo class selector, pseudo element selector, and attribute selector.
Okay.
And in that simple, we have ID, class, tag, grouping, and universal.
Mm-hmm.
And in combinator, descendant, child selector, and adjacent sibling, and general sibling selector.
Okay. So what about Kaustubh, Preetham and Yuvraj? So do you have other like we have other question? The question is, uh, which selector is the highest specificity? We have some like universal class, ID, descendant class, child selector, attribute selector. Okay, but which is the highest specificity? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, which is the highest specificity? Like day for yesterday, I had, like explained regarding that specificity regarding the thing.
ID selector.
Okay, suppose I have the two divs. Just understanding the scenario. Okay, I have some two div. Okay, for the one div, I am giving the inline style, and one I am giving for the ID. So which is the highest priority?
And inside
You are like
and
you are not audible
class.
actually. It's your voice is breaking.
Inline style is the main first priority, sir.
Okay. So what about goes to Preetham and Yuvraj?
Inline.
What in line? What is the inline basically? I need to know how we can define that inline. So where we have to see that inline?
Creative. In HTML.
Sorry.
In HTML.
Okay, in HTML only. Okay. So how many types of like how many types we can give the CSS to the HTML? What are the types? Or what are the ways
Three
to the?
types.
Okay. Yuvraj, what are the three types?
Inline,
Okay.
external, and internal.
Okay. What about Preetham? Tell me about inline. What is the inline?
So Pritham is absent.
Okay. What about Kaustu?
Inline means we can CSS styling inside the HTML.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Basically, inside the element, we can
Yes.
give that inline styles. Okay. External style in the sense we can give.
Create this new
Okay. We have to
CSS
create for
code.
the separate file, and internal style in the sense we have to give the style and under tag, like under the head. Okay. So this is regarding
Yes.
the kind of the CSS way, like way to add the CSS to the HTML. Okay, this is regarding the today's class. We'll see tomorrow onwards. We need to practice some regarding the CSS kind of things. I will ask some questions. Okay, so please do
Okay.
practice. Okay, so
Okay.
do you have any doubts? So please ask me. Okay, and please ping me.
Okay.
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 Okay, then thank
Yes.
you. I
Thank you.